What's up, Trojans? Today I'm gonna take on a big task. I want to make a video response to OTRS. He did a video a few days ago about something, and I don't entirely agree with his video. I took a lot of notes, so I hope I don't run out of room with this. I happen to be a fan of OTRS, but I just felt the need to respond to this video about TNA fans being magnificent creatures. All right, first of all, I don't. You're probably not even gonna watch this because I'm a jobber in the YWC or something. But I hope it gets to you somehow. All right, you said TNA fans are magnificent creatures. I don't know what you mean about creatures. Maybe you're talking about Jeff Hardy or something. Creatures now. To me, I just think that we're fans. You know what I'm saying? All right, now in your video about Billy Corgan, you said that like people attacked you like on the comment section, and I agree. You guys shouldn't have done that. You guys, I thought it was a good video. I enjoyed it. But yeah, TNA fans, you guys shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have put immature comments on there. Yeah, this war is stupid, but I personally don't do that. But when I've seen it, like people talking about how TNA fans talking about how it's better than WWE, to me, it's just that they're trying to like understand, or maybe people be like, hey, this show is good. Like this TNA show is good. I don't know why you're watching WWE that repeatedly disappoints us and drives us crazy. I think that's the message you're trying to get across. Sometimes they don't come up about it the best way, but I think that's what they're trying to do. Jesus Christ, I got gas. Okay, anyway. Then somebody asks you, like, excuse me, how do you know what TNA is doing if you're not watching? And you're like, I don't know. Oh, how do you know what WWE is doing if you're not watching? And then you said like the way you find TNA news is spoilers and social media and stuff, and you go on the internet. I think you just answered your own question there. Now, me personally, because I'm somewhat different, I do not watch WWE right now. I haven't been watching since the post WrestleMania 31 Raw, which I thought was crap. How do I know what's going on if I'm not watching? I'm sure many other fans know this too. Like you said, there's spoilers online. There's social media. It's everywhere. Even after WrestleMania, if you go on Facebook, whether you're a WWE fan or not, it said Seth Rollins wins the title. Like it's everywhere. You go on a dirt sheet to find out TNA news, and then it's just bleached with WWE stuff. It's like hard to get away from that. Like now, how do I know what they're doing if I'm not watching? Some people online, like the Smartbusters, I enjoy some people's videos. No matter what they talk about, I enjoy their videos, and most of the time they'll do a WWE review. So I watched the review. Do I necessarily care what goes on in the show? No, but I'm watching because I like their videos. Same thing with other wrestling fans on here that are friends of mine. So yeah, I think you answered your own question on that one, but I'm answering like how I know. So yeah. And then you said like the Hardys, Taryn Terrell, and Kurt Angle are champions because of Destination America. And Hardys and Angle are WWE guys or whatever. The Wolves are supposed to be the champions, but they got stripped, so now they gave it to the Hardy Boys by default. And they might lose it again because Jeff is injured. And then you said TNA has street fights and hardcore matches. Yeah, and sometimes it's done a little bit too much, but people like to see that, and you don't see that in WWE a lot, so they're giving it to you like right there, and they're giving it for the fans that like it, not like just WWE fans. If you go in there watching TNA expecting some WWE type stuff, you're gonna leave disappointed because you expected it, but that's not what they're about. And then you said every wrestling company is out of touch with the times. Yeah, they are. Nobody's denying that. And then you said TNA is not perfect, and people defend it to death, knowing that it's not perfect. I said this. I'm not entirely like no company's perfect. You're right. like I said, we defend it because like we're passionate about it. And like I said in my defending TNA video, the stuff that makes TNA casual TNA fans today upset does is not really enough to get them to stop watching. You understand what I mean? Like they might, like I said in my defending TNA video, I'll put the link in the bottom. Whatever's disappointing them doesn't really like bother them that much. It doesn't make them. It doesn't make them. It's not enough to make them to stop watching. WWE fans when they do their videos, 80% of the video is just them complaining. And that's not what TNA does. Like I said, whatever disappoints the usual TNA fan, it's not enough to get them to stop watching. As for me, I'm straight up serious when I say this. I'm currently fine with everything they're doing right now. I don't really like the time it starts or the day that it comes on, and I don't really like the network. But most of the problems I've had with TNA are from the past. They're not from now. And Destination America, they're on there because Spike TV were a bunch of Jews, and they actually sold out their fan base. They're supposed to be the first network for men. The reason they removed TNA is because they didn't want to have wrestling there anymore. Because they wanted women. They wanted a men and women network. They were like changing it. Kevin K has said this on numerous reports. So they had to let go of Impact. Impact is on Destination America because nobody else wants a wrestling program, WWE, just like always, was at the right place at the right time. And every other company has a hard time finding a cable deal. Global Force Wrestling is having a hard time finding a cable deal. They might have to be exclusively on the internet. So, yeah. And then you said that TNA fans tell you to buy the network, but they don't have it. They've streamed pay-per-views. They've never paid for it. I have a question, and this is actually serious. It's not to be rude. How do you know that? Like, I don't understand how you know if somebody, maybe they, you could say, how do you know that they're buying the shows or not, or the merchandise or not? I mean, you could say the numbers, which I don't really believe are not legitimate. The numbers online, like, prove that, like, people haven't been paying for the pay-per-views. But maybe those people online are the people that are buying the shows. We don't know that. I don't know that. And then you talked about, like, American Alicard. You said TNA moving to Destination America was a problem, and I agree, it is a problem. There are some poor wrestling fans out there. They can't afford it. Like, I have a friend who's a kid that watches TNA, or he wants to. He has to watch it online because his parents think wrestling's garbage. This kid doesn't work. How is he supposed to pay for it? He's the only one in the house that likes TNA. Like, how is he supposed to pay for it? Some fans just don't want to buy that network. Like, why would they pay for Destination America, a network that they're only going to put on once a week to watch TNA, and they're not going to watch any of the other shows on there or the other channels that they're going to get with the package. People can't afford it. Like, people can't afford. Some people watch TNA and WWE. They've never paid for a pay-per-view in their life or anything. It's just overpriced. The bills, this economy, people can't afford it. The ones that can are the ones that buy it. But I think it's shown, like, it's been proven from year after year and confirmed pretty much after that boxing fight that happened over the weekend. That pay-per-view is a dying business. And within 3 to 5 years, pay-per-view won't even be around, in my opinion, bro. So, yeah, some people just can't afford merchandise or pay-per-views or anything, Or some people just can't. Like, they have to rely on somebody else, and the person's not willing to help them out with that. And then you spent, like, about 10 minutes talking about, like, somebody said you review WWE because you care about views. And you don't review TNA anymore. I think you just don't want to watch TNA, and that's why you don't review it. But that's just my opinion. You spent like 10 minutes talking about views and how you don't care about it. If someone accused me of that, I'd just be like, I don't care about views. End of. Like, you got pretty defensive when you said I don't care about views, where you had to talk about 10 minutes about Bruce Blitz and all that. Why would I do this? Why wouldn't I do that? Like, it doesn't really take that much to say that you don't care about views, like, unless you're very defensive about it. And in a way, that's kind of like a double standard because everybody cares about views. Everybody wants to be viewed on YouTube. So, yeah. And then I really hope I have time for all this. Okay. Like 10 minutes talking about views. And then you said, I I would post them on my Facebook group. You don't do that a lot, but I do. You do some. You do it sometimes. I've seen it. So yeah. And then you said this was probably one of the worst arguments I've ever heard from anybody. You said, "Oh, and I'm only responding because most of your arguments are from other people, so there's kind of a response to everybody." You said there's always going to be a WWE bias. Uh, that's probably one of the worst excuses I've ever heard because even though I probably haven't been watching as long as you because I'm kind of young, I agree with everything you said. The WWE growing up, I thought I was going to die watching WWE. Just like you said, it's been a fabric of my life. It's been a big part of my life. And from the time growing up and part of the identity of the person I am. I agree. That's just how I was for like the past decade of my life or whatever. I thought I was going to die watching it. But what happened is what I used to watch that I was in love with, just like what you used to watch and you were in love with, that's not the product anymore. What you were in love with is not what's on TV right now. What I was in love with is not what's on TV right now. So I left because they're not giving me what I want. You know, they're giving me crap. If I listen to a band and then the band sucks 10 years later, I'm not going to listen to it, you know. If I'm married to somebody for like a long time, but then she shows apathy and then I'm not happy, do I move on and try to pursue happiness or do I stay unhappy forever until one of us passes on? You know, it's the same thing. And I stopped watching it. You know, if I could do it, you could do it. That's an argument I hear from so many people and it's completely inappropriate. Like, and you can stop if you wanted to. Like, it's not that hard. Um, and in a lot of your videos, you like expose the evils of WWE. Like the recent video about Michelle Beidel, you talked about the scandal and the sex scandal and the drug scandal, the way they treat blacks, the way they treat women, the Mike Tyson, Money Mayweather, all that. Like in a lot of your videos, you expose like the evils of it. You talk about their past and stuff like that. And you're so angry too. And then it's like, why isn't this guy still watching? Like, why is he still watching? I don't understand it there. And sometimes you be nitpicking, like, you'll make like a lot of vids. You said if I cared about views, I'd make more vids. You do. I mean, you made like 15 videos about the Royal Rumble before the Rumble happened. Like saying this person can't win the Rumble because 2 weeks ago they lost to Cena. The fans wouldn't react to this. Like, if Bray Wyatt or Dean Ambrose won the Rumble, like, this wouldn't work. And then it'll do some damage to Seth Rollins. And then, like, who thinks about this stuff? Like, seriously. But I like you, though. I just think that it's kind of like a double standard. And I just don't agree with, like, a lot of the points in this video at all. Like, I don't. And I just felt the need to respond to it because some of the stuff, like, and maybe it's just me because I'm somewhat different from the usual fans. And a lot of the stuff you were talking about, TNA fans, doesn't really apply to me. But I do have to defend them on a couple things. But yeah, I just don't understand like how you would be so angry talking about WWE on like videos for 15 minutes, but you'll still watch. And you don't watch TNA, but you know, give it a chance, you know. And then the thing with like exposing the WWE, like nitpicking, breaking down like to which superstar could win next year's Rumble or Money in the Bank, like that's not really something like. Sometimes you just gotta like enjoy the show, you know. Focus more on the positive and not the negative. I agree with you about WrestleMania 31. I think the last impacts for 2 months were better than that. But yeah, not looking to change your opinion. Just like no one's gonna change mine. I don't really think I'm gonna change yours, but I just felt the need to defend some of the comments from the other fans and, you know, kind of try to explain why I don't entirely agree with your video. But yeah, I've been watching OTRS for the longest time. And I just felt the need to do this, you know. So let me know what you guys think about this video, if any of you guys watched it. Sorry it's too long. I prepared, but I didn't really have a lot of time to. But yeah, anyone who agrees or disagrees, let me know. Let me know if I said anything wrong. I did my best. But yeah, OTRS, keep doing what you do. And hopefully you'll watch this video. I don't know if you'll see it, but hopefully. So yeah, everybody else take care. I'm going to watch the Impact. Maybe not Friday if I can't, but if I can't watch it Friday, I'll watch it later on. And then I will review it. Take care, everybody.